Good evening, welcome to Laughing Professor. I've just realised I've not got a video showing how to add products, your own items, onto the Opencart dashboard, the back end. So that's what we're going to quickly run through just now. So you log into your dashboard, the back end of your domain. There we go. Your admin, and you'll go to your dashboard. Then click on Catalog and Categories. So before we add a product, we need to have a menu set up. Now I'm going to keep switching back and forward. There we go. So we need a menu wherever you've got it on your front page, on the front end, to add your items. Okay. Now these are the headings I have. You can call it whatever you want, categorize them however you like. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so we're going to have a category, and then we can create a new product that will display in any particular category you choose. Also, when you have a category, you can have a paragraph at the top to explain that category. And a good example of that is one that I've got here. A nice description with information. You can put pictures in there, links to top products, or anything you like. And then it'll display all the items in that category. So let's show you how to do all that. So you can click New Category. There we go. Call it whatever you like. Put your text in. And then importantly, fill in your tags. Okay. Now I'm not going to go into all this, because the main thing I want to do tonight is the product itself. Okay. There we go. And you can put in subcategories, pictures. SEO is important. There's another video on how to load the SEO, how to write them. And then whether you want it at the top menu or the bottom, whatever, and then enabled. And that is all there is to the category. The other thing we need to do before we create a new item is make sure that our options are ready. These are attributes, if you like, that we can add to each item. For example, allowing the customer to upload a file, we can add that option. Okay. If I just scroll through, I'll have one already done. There we go. An option there that allows the customer to upload a file. And they're easy to sort out. We can have different types of options, whatever we want. Okay. You can allow the customer to select more than one option or just one option. So if he clicks one, the other ones will turn off. If he clicks the others will turn off. If that makes sense, you can only make one choice with the radio. And then checkbox is multiple selections from that one drop-down list. Okay, you can have calendars, birthdays, an anniversary date. If you want an item to have if the customer can choose a particular date to have printed on that item, then we can give the customer that option to insert a date. Okay. Another one to have is sizes, like clothing sizes, like small, medium, large. So we need to make sure that that option is set up. There we go, size. There we go, radio, so they can only pick one size. They can't make multiple selections. We've got small, medium, large, extra large, blah, blah. And nice icon pictures. And then we can put the order to make sure they always show up, regardless, in the correct order. Small, medium to extra large. And you can go as big as you like. And then we've got a baby section as well. We can put them all under there. And that'll become clear very shortly. Another option we may have is choice of colours. To pick a colour t-shirt. There we go, colour choices. I've got a couple here. There we go. Whatever colours you want, and you can put a swatches images in there if you wish. And again, you can set the order of the colours if you wanted. Okay, and that's all we need to know is the category and the options. So now we can go and add a product. So we click on the product tab under the catalogue menu. And we click the blue plus sign in the top right hand corner. Okay. So let's click add. Right, so all we've got to do is go through all these tabs. Some of them we don't bother with, we can miss out, we don't need them. But that's all there is. As soon as we've gone through the tabs and got to the end, we can click save and done. That's all there is to it. Very easy. So let's see how really that easy that is. Okay, so starting in the general tab, the first one, product name. Before we can even save any item, there's certain fields that are mandatory that we have to provide for that item, for this item to be saved. There we go, and we've got the red star there, and the name, the meta field, and then we've got the model. Those are the three fields that we have to complete before we can save a product. So what that means is we can create a heading, if you like, and then save the product and come back to it later and add bits to it until we're ready for this product to go live. I'll show you how that happens. Okay, so we can have any product in here. Okay. So then, yeah, and that can be anything you want. What I'm going to do is just leave it at that for the product name. So short and sweet. Okay. I'm going to come back to the description, and then in the meta tag, we want that long-winded. So that's why I changed the top there, so we can have the full title in the meta tag. That's more important. That is what hits the search engine. So we want as many keywords as are relevant in this field here. Okay. And we could put, there we go, first class printed, whatever. You can call it anything you like. Okay. Just make it very informative, descriptive, and probably about halfway. Just go half that line, and that's plenty long enough. If it's just 3 words, that's fine also, as long as the words are relevant. Okay. Now, you'll not have these, well, not all of you will have these. That's for an SEO package that I've got on our site. The next one you'll have is the meta tag description, keywords, and product tag. Okay. Description, again, this can be pages long. Well, not pages long, that's an exaggeration, obviously. It can be a nice paragraph, 2 paragraphs. A paragraph's fine. Okay, none of that makes sense just for this example, but you can see sort of words I'm using here. Again, that's relevant to whatever item it is that you're adding. Okay. Keywords. Now, I've got a spelling error there. That's important. We don't want no spelling errors. Right, so I'm going to copy that because those are all the words that I want to use, and we'll paste it here. But the thing with meta tags is they are comma separated. Okay, so we need a comma, space, and if you follow my cursor, comma, space, comma, space. We don't need that word in. We don't want periods, we want commas. Take that out. Right, now to carry on, we've got to make all the variations available in this meta tags. So someone might put in space ounce instead of there where there's no space. Someone may also put, instead of individual words, custom made, they may type it as one word. Therefore, we do not have the comma in the middle. Okay? So that will only hit the search engine if they type in both words together. Okay? If they type in custom print, then we've got the word custom and we'll have the word print. Yeah? So if they type in, if our product hits individual words that the customer has chosen on Google, then that's fine. If they type in a multiple selection of words that matches our product, even better. Okay? So we want these multiple words in the tags more. They are a lot more beneficial to us, providing that those sequence of words is the same as what we would expect the customer to type in to find our product. Okay, say single words is fine, 2 or 3 words together is even better. But as long as you've got the whole range in there to cover what this item is, you're good. Okay, so your description and your keywords, that's for Google. Product tags, this is for your own website. You know, when someone searches in your search bar or when they're actually on your website, whatever they search in there, that's what we're going to write in here. That's where it matches. Okay. And the same thing with different variations. We want to come in there. So to make sure that the customer can find our products, if they can't find it, then they're going to go back to Google and find a different site. So these meta tags are very important to us. Okay, make sure the customer finds exactly what they're getting, what they're wanting. Sorry. Okay. All right. Description. I said I'd come back to this bit. Now it's easy just to type whatever we want. In here. We want as much information. I keep pausing, I'm sorry, because I'm typing and talking at the same time and I'm not. It's something has to stop. Safe for using microphones. Yeah, so we want as much information as we can think of. Dishwashers. Okay. So you can write anything, as much information as you want in there. You can add pictures, you can add links, you can add a video. Really, there is no limits. You can put absolutely anything you want in there. Okay. Now, to make it good on the search engines also, the first line must be a header. So we want bold, big text, nice heading. There we go. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. There we go, so that's bold. Yeah, so for it to work in search engine, part of the SEO, or one thing that SEO looks at, is your H1 tags, okay, which is your header. H1 is the biggest heading, okay, and search engines are going to look for that H1, which is basically your title for the page, okay. Right, now as you get more confident and of more understanding, you can actually go click on the code view, which is also called source code. Okay, and then you can start editing, adding your own scripts to the back here. Okay. Oops. Yeah, so you can add whatever scripts you want. You can paste them from wherever you find them, as long as they're the right ones and they work. But it does help if you have some sort of understanding of what it is you're pasting and copying. If you get it from a reliable source, then you can just copy and paste the script. Now, one purpose we're going to use this source code is for videos. Now, we can upload them straight to our own server, but I find it personally, it's just my preference, is to host them on YouTube and click share on your YouTube video, and it'll give you an embed code, and then you can paste that in here. The reason I prefer doing it that way is now that I have a video on my product page on our website, but I also have the video on YouTube. YouTube is free and they promote that video as well for me. So I've got an extra revenue, an extra avenue, okay, that's not costing me anything. So that's why I prefer doing it that way, okay? So I get it advertised on YouTube and on our website. And if with the embed code, I'll also get it on Google as well. It'll show up on Google as well. when it's searched for, you know, if it's relevant to the whatever searched. Okay, and then we can tweak other items. Yeah. Right. Okay, and that's what we end up with. Okay, and again, you can have videos, extra images. We're going to load images later. Okay, but you can actually add them in the description there as well if you wanted. You can put icons in, you can create buttons, you can put click here. Okay, and then we can create a link. To show them what we're putting there, a sample. So we can have another picture pop up in a window. Okay. Now, this has to be right. It has to be the correct image, the right name, the right format. And you can, oops, that's spelling error there. But you can get that information from your image directory. And I'll show you where that is. Sure. In fact, let's go there now. Let's go there now. Okay, so this is your image folder. And it's in the subheading of category. And then I'll show you. I'll just write in this search box, catalog, I mean. Okay, so that's the URL. Yeah, let's put the rest in so you understand or you can see clearer. Okay, so that's the URL of where we're at now on this stream. Okay, if we want to add in a picture from Mug Animator, let me just copy that. Okay, so now we're in Mug Animator and then the picture. There we go, gallery thumb 5. Okay, so that would be the full URL to put that picture there, and we can use that. Let's go back to the beginning. Oh, I didn't I didn't paste it. I can't remember what it was, but there we go. There we go. So that's a clickable link now. So when that's clicked, it'll open up a pop-up of that photo that we've just put the link in for. Okay. Or we can do it the other way and just insert the photo. There we go. And that's it. Then we can click on that and make it a link. so they can click on let's go back to the source code. Right, there we go. So that's clickable. So I can click on the photo to make it enlarge. I click to enlarge, or you can have it written out for a pop-up. And same sort of thing with videos. You can put a video in there, anything you like. Okay, as much information as you can. Say, sell it. You're not talking to the customer, so you have to write it down to sell it to the customer. Okay, convince them it's what they want. Right, model number. That's just a very brief description, so we know what it is the customer's ordered. Location, none of this you don't have to put in. SKU's a good idea. If you know how they work, you can put in a SKU number or a manufacturer's part number. Location you don't have to fill in because Opencart will automatically use your store location when you go to settings and put your address in. Yeah, for your store location. What it's doing is using that location for the shipping, to calculate the shipping. So you've got your from, and then the customer will be the to address, obviously. Okay. Leave it blank, and then it'll automatically use your store location for your website anyway. Okay. Price per item. If you're charging tax, you'll have more options there. The way mine's set up, it doesn't do it the same. Okay, quantity, I don't know. Let's say you got a box of 36 in. You can put your actual stock in there, and as soon as you've sold all them, the customer won't be able to buy any more if you've run out. So when you buy more in, you come back to this item and you add some more products to it. Okay, so to keep track of your stock and how many you've got left based on what's already been sold. Okay, you'll be able to see how many sold and who bought it, and you can get all those details from the front from your dashboard. Minimum quantity, yeah, let's do. There we go. They have to buy 2 at a time. Okay, or a minimum of 2. They can buy 3, 4, 5, 6, but you can start it at 2 if you want, or if you wanted to do a set of 10 or a pack of 10 if it's decals or badges, whatever you want. Okay, so you can set a baseline minimum. Subtract stock, yeah, so we'll let Opencart control our stock. So every time one sold, it'll subtract 1 automatically from your quantity available. If you run out of stock, we can say, no, it's out of stock till you put some more in. Okay, which means your website will not sell any after once it gets to 0 on your quantity. Okay. Or you can put 3 to 5 days. So the website will carry on selling, but a note will come up telling the customer that it's going to be a bit longer, i.e. it's not going to ship out the next day. Okay, once you get to 0. Requires shipping? Yes, it does. If it's downloads or designs or prints, whatever you're selling, you can just click no. It'll not calculate the shipping, and it'll not ask the customer for a shipping address. Okay. So skip that. SEO. Right, SEO. Here we go. Right, listen carefully. Right, this is not like your meta tags in that the punctuation is totally different. Okay, now you got your individual words. Instead of a comma and a space, we're using hyphens instead, or a dash, whatever you want to call it. Okay, there's no spaces at all, and each individual word is separated with a dash or a hyphen. Okay, now if the customer puts a space in Google, then we identify that by using underscore. Okay, so if the customer writes 11 ounce with a space, then that's how the SEO reads it, with an underscore. If the customer does it as one word, then we put it in with no spaces. Okay. Now, similar to the meta tags, except for we're using dashes instead of space and a comma. Okay. Okay. Date available. Right, it comes up with today's date as default. So that means it'll actually go live on your website come midnight at the end of today. Okay. So I want it up right now. So we'll say available from yesterday. So as soon as I click save, it's going to go live on the website. Okay. If I leave it at today's date, then it's going to be midnight tonight. When today's over, it'll then become available on the website. Okay. So if you tried searching for it, it wouldn't show up because according to the date there, it's not yet available. Okay. So we can click yesterday. I've been using a mug here as an example. Now these dimensions, length and weight is important. Depending on how your shipping is set up, it's going to use these figures. Okay. That's 4 inches. That's for one single 11 ounce mug. So if the customer orders 2 mugs, then it's going to double that. Okay. And you'll see that change in the shopping cart with the shipping calculations. Okay. Depending on which shipping format you're using. Okay. But let's carry on with that. I can't remember what a mug weighs. I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's put 15 ounces. So again, if there's 2 or 3, it'll multiply that and it'll reflect in the shopping cart. Okay. Status enabled. So it's going to be live. We can turn that product off. So rather than deleting a product, if we don't want to, like for seasonals, Christmas stockings, we can turn it off. Rather than delete the whole item, we can just turn it off. So next fall, we can just turn it on again when we want to start selling that seasonal product again. Or you can just leave it enabled all year round. That's entirely up to you. Okay. So that's that tab. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay, good. Let's move on to the next tab. Links. Right. If you're doing brand names and you've set your dashboard, your Opencart to use manufacturers, then great. You can put in there which brand, whatever you want. and I've got a few set up for extra information. If brand names count to the customer for the product you're selling, then great. Otherwise, you can just leave it blank. No big deal. Right. So the categories we set up right at the beginning, you remember? Okay. This is where we're going. So now, I don't know. There we go. And you can put it in different categories if you want. You can have as many as you like that are relevant. Just don't go sticking it everywhere. That's just going to confuse everyone. Okay, but you can put it in 1, 2, 3 categories, whatever you feel. There we go. I haven't got one for gifts because that's not the way mine's done. But you could put it in gifts, souvenirs, you can put in dad, whatever your categories that you've set up, you can put it in those categories. Okay. Filters, if you've set them up, chances are you may not have filters set up. You can talk to me about that and we can set that up. And what that means is when the customer is comparing items, comparing prices or weight or colors, it's done by filters. Now I've only got prices set up. So if I say like this mug fits in that bracket, it doesn't fit in that one. Okay. So when the customer selects a price range, okay, then this mug is going to show up because that's what I've just selected there for this item. Okay, I can talk more about filters. You can have all different options there: colors, weights, photo, not photo, text. You can have whatever. You can set up any filters you like. Okay. Moving on down, stores. Right, on my own domain, I've got a few stores set up. Okay, and I can select which store to put this product in. Okay, or both of them, or all of them, or one, and that's pretty much the same for those that have clubs, or local stores have got accounts on your website, things like that. You can put products in their account list if you like, that only they can purchase and no one else can see. Okay, this is one way to do it. If you're selling downloads, there isn't one for a mug, obviously, unless you want to send the customer a template file or something like that. But yeah, these downloads are already, let's just scroll back up. There we go. We can upload our files, our prints, our designs, whatever we want, and then sell them on our website. So we sort the product out, and when the customer buys that product, they are automatically sent the relevant download, whatever you've selected. Okay. Related products. Right, we're always trying to upsell. Okay, so the customer is interested in this mug, so let's advertise on this page some of our other products as well. Not necessarily mugs. They already know that we do mugs. They're on this mug page. So let's do some other products that are not the same, but maybe of interest and in some way related. In that we can print photos on them all, we can print text on them all, whatever. Some way related, try and broaden their interest, give them some ideas. Maybe a bottle opener. There we go. There we go, a bottle opener to go with it. I normally say about 3 items. I certainly wouldn't suggest more than 5. It starts bogging up the page and it makes the page a bit confusing. The customers look with all the extra items on. Okay, So I say, keep it to about 3, that's nice. Right, the next tab we're on is attribute. And we can create a field in there. There we go, features. And it's just giving the customer as much information as possible. Okay. Now, I know some people are in the frame of mind that make it short, sweet, quick, and clean. I don't favour that idea, and I can't see it working because if it's not on your web page, then it's not on Google. If it's not on Google, then it's going to be harder to find. So I'm of the mind to provide as much information as I can think of that's relevant, that helps sell this item. Right, options. Right, you can type the first letter in there and you see it changes. So this will allow the customer to upload a file. It's not mandatory, they don't have to upload the file. The option's just there if they want. So it's not required for us to print, so we click no there. We can put size. Now this is a mug, so it's not relevant, but it'll show you. It's not relevant. We had a whole list of sizes. You remember when we did the options earlier? Okay. But for this item, we're only going to offer certain sizes. Okay. You see, we've got the whole list here, but we can just select which one we're going to do. Okay. You don't have to put a quantity in. You can leave that blank because Opencart is going to take your stock from what we've done earlier. It doesn't matter about this there. Or you can say you've got 20 of those in stock, 10 of them, and 4 of those, and then you can put yes. So Opencart will monitor and subtract the relevant quantity from each size. Okay, and if they've got an extra price, there we go. So whatever price we put in earlier, we're going to add another $2.50 because it's 3XL. Okay, or another $4.50 because it's 4XL. Okay, or you can do a minus. There we go, minus $2.50. If at any time that becomes relevant. If there's a special offer or discounts, whatever options you're setting up, yeah, you can configure each one. Okay. Usually you're using the plus, you're adding an extra cost on for another variation. Okay. And you can have colors. There we go. Color. Right, a color, the customer has to choose one or the other. Okay, so we'll leave this one yes, and we'll make available the black mugs or the white mugs. Okay. And you can put anything you like in there. Black ones are an extra $5. I'm just filling stuff in. Obviously, these prices they're not accurate. I've not calculated or worked them out. I'm just putting numbers in. The white mug, well, that's going to be the price in there, so we just leave that blank. Okay, there's no extra price for that. Okay. Right. Recurring doesn't matter. Discount. Right, you can have a discount that's only valid, say, for the end of the month. So you can put an end date. Right, okay, we'll do a special price just for the end of the month, starting now. Okay. A particular account. There we go, for premium members. As long as they order one, then the price is only $12.50 for that group. Okay. But we might have another store account or another customer, a club or whatever. And they can pay $13.50. And again, these are valid until the end of the month. Okay. Or you can just leave it ongoing all the time and just not have a date there. Okay. So that's a discount or a special offer. Sorry, discounts. Special offers, again, time limit, you can have set times, like for the next 24 hours only. There we go, and we'll put it to run out tomorrow. Okay. And again, you can pick who gets that special offer, who it's available to. Okay. You can have both a discount and a special price, or you can have one or the other. It's entirely up to you. Image. You can have a whole thing of images, show them off, different examples. Yeah. Again, 3 photos, 3 to 5 photos. I wouldn't have too many. Just different options, photos, something, a nice mock-up that helps sell the item. The idea is to inspire their imagination, get them thinking. Yeah, show them some nice examples, and it might spark something. Think, oh yeah, we'll get one for grandma too. Yeah, so now they're buying 2 mugs. Right. On also on Opencart, you can have a rewards program, like loyalty points, bonus, loyalty bonus, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and you can set that up. So every time the customer buys this mug, they earn 50 points. And it can be any number you want. Yeah, 2 points. And they build up points. And when they go to the checkout, they can cash in their points if they've earned enough. Okay. Hold on, I've done that wrong. All right. So yeah, sorry, wrong way round. So let's say 2,000 points to buy this item. But every time they're sold, okay. So anyone from this group, they earn 2 points every time they buy this item. Once they reach 2,000 points from all your catalog, they can use those points to buy this, to get this item for free. Yeah, because they've saved up enough points. Okay, you don't have to use that, but it's a feature that's here for you. Okay. Design, right, we can change the layout of our product page to make, so it's just laid out something different. Yeah. I've got online designer on mine. I'm not going to do. I've done the designer in another thing. Because if I log in, it's just going to mess it all up. Okay, but yeah, I can set it up so the customer, instead of uploading a file, they can design it all online, from the front of the website. And then we've gone to the last tab. So that is it. We click save. Now this is not going to save because it should save. No, it's not going to save because I ain't logged in on the designer part. Let's click clear. There we go. So that's cleared that. So it should save it now. There we go. And that's saved. Oh, no, I've got an error. What error did I have? I've missed something. Oh, already in use. Oh, that's already in my cart. There we go. Save. Oh. That's already in use. I don't know how the heck I've got that already used, but right, there we go. So that's saved. Oh, that's just gone and added 3 now. But there you go. Okay, so that's what we've got. We've added a new product. Okay, now we can delete a product or we can just disable it. Yeah, and turn that product off so it's not available. But yeah, we can see, there we go, the stocks that's available, the proper price, and then if we've got it up on offer or special price, then that'll show up as well. Okay, and then we can see the stock, how many we've got left. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one. Obviously you won't delete it. I just don't want that to mess anything up. Right, and that's all there is to it. I'm tempted to carry on, but let's just leave it at that. If there's any questions, you're welcome to message me, however, by whatever means you feel easiest, and I'll help you out some more, either with live tutorial one-to-one, or we can do video conference. However, I've got different methods to help you out if you get stuck. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps. And I'll see you again next time round. Thank you very much.